live and we're ready. Hello everybody and welcome back to this brand new stream. As I said before, just some technical issues, me having to add delay still to the counter. But now that we're finally actually here, see how things will go going forward. Both teams really trying their hearts out to continue here. Team Space versus Falcons. And this being the map pick from Falcons themselves. They did win the knife round, so I'm not too sure if that means they get to choose or if the Team Space had already chosen before, because I feel like they were the ones having the opportunity to choose. But now Team Falcons winning it themselves, making it a little bit dicey. But my name is Jesse, your Dutch boy, whatever you want to call me. I'll be a caster for this best of 3 series here tonight. Good lineup of goals for both of the sides coming in. Team Space surprising the whole world by qualifying for this event. Whereas the team of Team Falcons is known to be a very good team. Yet to find themselves success going forward. Team Falcons now on the CT side. So apparently Team Space wanting to go for that T-sided side themselves. Which is, I mean, a decision. Isn't 100% something I would always suggest necessarily going for, but when you have that opportunity, you could sure try and make something off of it. As we do see, 5 players here on the server. A technical pause called by Falcons, whereas N0 was the one having issues. So potentially those have been solved, and the rest is just having to find out how things are going forward. I figured this game would start quite soon. Like the knife round started, I was like, ooh, and Zero joining just in the nick of time. We're here, we're ready. But still both teams not. And maybe talking a little bit about the maps. What are my expectations coming in? And oof, now that the freeze time has been cancelled by an admin, that usually means there's some stuff about to happen by an admin. The Team Space now calling the pass. So the admin cancelled, but an admin, I think what the admin wanted to do was get some things going themselves as well, get a pause in. I'm honestly not too sure what's going on right now. And admin just cancelled the pause, and now we're having a game restarting coming in. The match still being paused. Maybe it was a misbuy. Maybe it's someone not having the cork weapon on yet. I'm not too sure. MBK is on a P2K. The rest is all on USP. So what can really be different in that regard? I'm honestly not too sure. I have a feeling we're probably just getting underway quite soon here on Inferno or Vertigo. After that, Mirage, of course, is a pick for Team Space and Ancient. So I have to say, this side of Falcons, this team of Falcons, they do have a lot of potential right in their lineup. But Mirage is a very good map for Space. Ancient is an insane map for Space coming in. So really, as a Falcons, you want to take this first map. If you don't, I'm foreseeing quite a few troubles going forward. Considering Team Space is just on another level when it comes down to Mirage and Ancient. I did also think Vertigo was a map they played on quite well. So you're picking into the best maps coming in for Team Space. Team Falcons will try and make it work. They're known to be an Anubis team. That's the one that Space banned away to start things off. And yep, it is calling what the status is. As probably there were some technical issues that they had the chance to pause on. So we'll just have to wait and see until we get things rolling here in this best of 3 matchup. How are you guys all doing in the chat, by the way, guys? How are you guys? Are you enjoying CS2 as of very lately? The start of it? Are you excited to see the pros play on it as well? Oh, interesting questions. I am on a 2-minute delay though, so I won't be able to answer your questions, or your answers rather. Answer to your answers in the chat soon. But yeah, in 2 minutes I will. This is gonna be a pretty great conversation. I really thought I had like banged the system when I went into this in this stream without any delay. I was like, yeah, let's get the GoTV to tie to. That's not something that we have sorted out yet. What an interesting turn of events here showing up. A little bit of silence in the server, so also silence at my part. And for some reason, I think I gotta fix something still, but I honestly have no idea what I could. Team space, there's just 1 minute left to call for pauses, so we're waiting for it. That was a good thing still. I'm not too sure if that was what I had in my head, but we obviously have the other games already going on, the other streams as well. With the Prodigies taking on Apex. And the question is Richie playing? No, he won't. Not Richie in that lineup. Gizmy plays for him. Interesting. Against Apex. Swap teams is not working once the match is live. But everyone is in the correct team, so... I'm also not too sure what's the issue. But we'll get things sorted out as soon as we potentially can. A match pause has been cancelled. We'll continue with the game. 100 viewers now joining us for a banger match between Team Space and Team Falcons. They will start off as the pause has ended from Team Space. And we'll see how this best of 3 matchup is gonna go. Never mind building up to something special, and then you just slam us. And admin has cancelled the match. So I think that we're switching servers, guys. Okay, I've kept you prison. I've kept you caught here in quite some time in jail. Admin has just cancelled the match. We're seeing if we can get ourselves a new server and how it's gonna get sorted out. I think both teams expected to be in the other side, because Team Space clearly chose the CT side and aren't on the T side. We'll get that all sorted out as soon as we potentially can. We'll be back after this short break, guys. Be sure to stick around. We'll be back as soon as we can with the matchup, because as you saw, both teams not the right way. Falcons picking his Team Space, not going to go for the T side. They want that CD side, and once they don't have it, we're obviously going to have to switch it out. So see you guys shortly in a little bit, then we will be back with the gameplay. teams have gotten themselves in the right spot now. We're officially getting ourselves started here in this best of 3 matchup. We'll see how Team Falcons and Space will play against each other. Server is ready. Game is live and underway now. Immediately on the team side, aggression shown from Team Space, but getting beaten in the process. That will remain the A side to be challenged or at least held by Team Space, but beat to be under control of Falcons themselves. Plan to be made. Bomb plan to be had. And the retake to come in pretty soon. Larry and Trunic both hanging about in that CT area. I feel like in 0 he's going to start going. A little bit of a saving grace himself. No, he's going to go for a duelist, and all the kills have been found. I thought Team Space were not going to go for this anymore, and I think Falcons expecting that as well, as soon as the time started running low, but Team Space answers with a very good round on their own. That's a very good opener to start things off here on this first map, or Vertigo, where chances need to be taken as soon as they can, and will be found now on this CT side as well. Obviously the bomb plant, so Team Falcons still having themselves a buy coming up next. These are Galils with some utility around it, but it's all very limited. Whereas Team Space has quite a ton going. If at least gonna a few mollies, HGs to do some nice smokerio plays with. You can nade the smoke and open up chances. But for now, the map pick from Falcons. Starting off the best. Immediately starting off with a round down. And that being something you could call problematic. Ramp. That's been challenged. First kill had for Boros. 0 getting dropped. That means an opening. Taken for the side from Falcons. Full zone. Trying to challenge towards short. Not been able to get that opener himself. As Team Falcons still looking to have that man advantage. MBK falling in middle. Trying to catch up a flank. And now short to be where a double man stack is from Team Space. I think this round could still go their way. Because the shadows are seen. The bomb will go in first. Heads first falls. And now they know it has to be A. There's no way of going back, and Fuzzle is still watching short to try and catch up Boros peeking. Swing comes in, Fuzzle getting away with another, and Trunic is just going to double down to secure that triple. Beautifully done here for Team Space on the A side. Held it onto it as Falcons tried to scale up without success. And this is the start, of course, of a brilliant tournament series. Once again, ESL Challenger League getting back with such a nice new design. A round-robin stage into a double elim. Maybe even triple elim. I didn't see that properly. Into a double elim, I think, like, deciding little bracket. And then you got yourself the playoffs coming as well with a lot of funsies. So a lot of matches for these teams to play. And that was something that went missing. You played a lot of money for ESL Challenger sometimes. And then to be out of the 2 rounds, they were really trying to build up a format like this. And now they're finally here. And I cannot be more excited. I cannot be. And we're gonna try to broadcast as many of these matches as possible, right? For you guys here on the CSTV channel. So be sure to follow if you haven't already. If you want to follow our journey, me and the Gate starting a few days ago. With this new project, we tried to be the program that you can use in your own tournaments, of course. To watch all the tournaments that don't have an English stream, that want to get their tournaments broadcasted by an English stream, or just in general. I have an English caster with them when they don't really have themselves that chances for it, or partnerships can be created, and that's exactly what they're hoping for, and we are here. And so is Team Space on this side. Still guarding it, and a nade to be had. Larry will find himself the final piece. And those are M4s taken, and Team Space up on the third. Full buy surely there now for Team Space. So answers to be had. But the starting points already be there for Team Space. They've really made their appearance here in this game. Larry is swinging, and Zero as well. They will both get naded. That was a double nade coming in. If that would have been a triple, Larry would have been dead man walking, but he still falls through the smoke. MHL catches him. That's an entry of a lifetime. Beautifully done there to get the round started. Smoke, a spray to be had, puzzle to fall. But he should have the smoke himself. Most insane was for him to be back in this Falcons line and now able to make his way onto the site, but Tronik to stop him in his process. Takes down Boros with it as well. Still on the side, still hanging in the balance. This bomb hasn't been spotted yet, so Team Falcons could still be making waves to run back or at least make steps for it. Oh, Lonex is running all the way. Oh, he's gonna flash and then fall back. He's gonna smoke. That's gonna leave Team Space to be on the site. First, Ross runs around just to find that site to be empty. And then Zero now thinking of something. Makes a jump on middle. I think Lonex has heard it. So MBK is gonna be on full awareness of someone already being around in that connector position. And both just waited for that bomb to go down. Smoke thrown. Bomb going down in Zero. He's spraying for a player pushing. No one pushed, so he can take so much space for Vert. Vert can take everywhere. Positions that he has now. So insane. Smoke still to get onto the bomb. Flash as well for MBK. He dodged nicely, at least for Vert, for a little bit. Still, good enough to get across, but that's about it. Now down to 70. I said has a smoke. Usually he tossed that on the bomb, but this time he just uses it to create space because he's in a dire position. And Lonex will make quick work of him in the end to win the round for Falcons. They'll take the first. They're trying to get themselves ever so slightly closer toward this second round. I will get the sponsors on another spot next time, all the partners that the ESL Challenger has, so that's something I will try to do when we're switching maps. Boros, nice double. Good start, running around, immediately running up, skating up to the site, and he's doing some damage on the third one as well. Larry getting caught red-handed there on the side as Boros runs out for more. Boros is not done. He wants to be on the top of the game again. He has found himself a roster to do it with, and that's where Falcons is shining through now. Finally up on the board. Sure, those Fizzler rounds are nicely for Team Space, but you gotta be finding more, and for now, the side from Falcons still seems to shine on to deny. To deny from happening. So, two has been taken. Tronik will die. 4 players left in this round for Team Falcons. And them continuing to amaze me. In what kind of stuff. You saw this lineup, of course. They have so much individual talent. Team Space being the surprise element here still, I feel like. And I would say, like, these players are obviously still relatively new. They've made good appearances, for example, in CCT events. And of course in the ESL Advanced, where they played under the name of Hydra. Now here with this team of Team Space. And I can tell you that things are really starting to work here for Team Space. Really starting to clinch. This lineup being together now for quite some time. And then at some point, things are starting to become pretty normal. And this could be a walk in the park for them as well. But for now, having to fight for every single piece as Falcons is able to get a case to be picked up. What a play. What a play. MBK catching Trunic off guard, and we'll find the second. Well done here for Team Falcons. As they control the play for now and have a third one lined up here on this T site. It's all tied up in this game. Team Falcons starting to get rolling on their own map pick. Exactly what you would expect from them to start things off. And now also showing off pretty nicely. Thank you guys for all the followers coming in. Much appreciated to everybody that's already been here supporting our journey. So it's going to be... It is a nice one. It has been a nice one. And it will be a nice one for the future as well. Great spraying coming in. Damage has been done already to the players here on the bottom of the ramp. Boar's down to just around 50. MHL still getting away with a frag. And so everyone starts to fall. B-side under control and a bomb leaving towards it. MHL is rotating in. And he might still choose to fall back now. MHL doesn't really know where to go up of. And this B-side is not something that Team Space is paying too much attention to. But they're not really paying attention to A either. That's problematic going forward. There goes N0. And all left on Larry's hands. He's just gonna save. So, fourth one can see that Falcons, he's winning themselves, or at least being in the lead on this map. Still have to go to the second half with these 4 rounds up on the tally. Team Space having to find 5 in a row just to put them to a stop on 4. So, I would say there's definitely more possible. There is going to be more found. 2.9k loss bonus. Larry really needing to save this. Otherwise, they've just going to armor the Eagles. Otherwise, they still have an M4. And Boros might try and deny it from happening. He catches Larry. And he's falling down the map ever still. But with no life in his body anymore. 4-3 in the favor of Falcons. 4 in a row. Great appearance here for Team Falcons shown. Ever since those first 3 rounds. A wake-up call it surely has been. For the side from Team Falcons, Team Space is here to play. And now we gotta be showing ourselves what we can do. Overt himself. Find himself at first kill found, of course, getting traded. If only he played that trigger discipline, could have had more lined up. But to expect the team as Falcons to stop clearing a certain corner, you probably aren't. So definitely choosing to get at least 1 kill instead of lining up and potentially calling out empty-handed. Opening was there for Falcons, but traded twice. An advantageous position to now be had for the team of Space. And 2 nades to potentially deny this bomb from going down. So that is pretty nice. Fozil lining up the first. Missed it. Good went for a jump throw there. And so that got fallen. That nade on MBK is not going to be too nicely. The second nade will not be doing any damage. So this has started to become an issue. MHL still watching for the back lines. He's getting tapped away. MBK short with body. Will line up too. And MBK is going to swing out for more. But he took every single person there. 4 kills. And that's just crazy stuff here coming out from the Team Falcons. Five in 3 now. Body, you absolute monster. 2v4 turned into a 2v0. His body just struck them all down. Such a legendary French player in the scene, and now found himself on this lineup. The proof is worthy. So we'll have to see how things will continue going forward. Nate thrown on the top of the ramp. Watching for middle. No one will yet be starting to make a cross. Missed shot there for MHL. Has that up, but used to no avail. Ooh, he's going to spot one out now. It's N0. Also spraying back a little. MHL down to 80 health, and spraying could be coming in from N0. MHL really looking at the edges not to be able to be finding it. Hasn't been able to find it. Control over ramp. Starting to take it. And Boros making the way up. Boros leading the charge. That's going to be the first one to find a frag. There is a 0 still on the ramp. Push down. Buddy catching him. This observing is pretty rough. Because on Vertigo, with no 2-map layers, observing is not the easiest. Fuzzle himself smoking off that body. And Larry to watch with an AWP. The A side himself. But be ready for the swing. Beating the smoke. Being a chance. Fuzzle still inside of it. And up to a short now. Woody starting to make his way in. But Larry to be there. And still waiting. Few seconds left. Bomb to be dropped. And a round to be won by Team Space. Continuing to find success on the CT side. We all thought it might have been all she wrote there really for Team Space on this first half. As the control was fully lost, but now taken back. That's as easy as it can switch, as now Team Falcons, with a few more rounds lost, are going to be in financial troubles. They themselves taking way too long to set up on the ramp, and you can see how much one singular smoke on a sandbags position can do. Paranoid Team Falcons was, and they had to waste some more youth, so had to waste some more time, and no real chance to execute A properly, missing one of the smokes. And after that, the round was lost. Which could really be a problem, as I just said, for the Team Falcons going forward. And Zero looking for an opener himself. Not given to him. MBK opens up to middle. So that's going to be a beautiful entry found for him. Boris himself already taking so much space on A, and now they're going fast. That's where Falcon seems to shine. Fast AXX and Boros, the leading charge for it. A double in quick succession. The side is lost. In a quick fashion, Team Falcons are at least going to be having a tied half to their name. At least a 6-6. And MBK has been watching mid for a full minute. That's kind of what is known for. Not necessarily the mid, but always taking those positions that players would rather not really have when you're more new to the team, right? You don't have that diligence and you don't have the composure to hold mid for a singular round. But he's gotten away with a frag and is now going to start hunting to clean the mid side. Picks up maybe an AWP, or at least has control over it. So MBK really doing the dirty work for the others to shine. 6-4. Going to board. Lonix even swinging on for another. I don't think Vert wants to die here, so not even opting to go for a trade. But that leaves Falcons with 5 players alive. Team Space only saving with 1. Where they could have had a second to have a full buy. Now everything on the line once more. For nothing that they will get of it. So, a 6-4 potentially turned into a 6-5. But most certainly 7 here for the side of Team Falcons. As the buy is not good whatsoever. The M4 is really the only thing that Vert has. And that Team Space have in general. Could be used to their advantage. A little bit of B presence, but the flash, it's in more of their own teammates than chance to deal some damage themselves. And so B presence try unsuccessful, and a boost now as an alternative just to try and desperately find yourself an entry. Boost comes in. MBK is already run to the side, gets a double with it, and everyone will hit the deck from Team Space. The only one here is still Trunic. Try to find MBK, can get it for more, but unsuccessful. Boros to strike him down in the end. Team Space having an opportunity once more brought to them. But not to be. In the ending stage is the dire stage of this half. They will find 7 and are putting a half win on the board at least. Really worth thinking about here going forward. Good opener for Laudex. Winning this half already, but an 8-4 would be pretty magnificent. 4-round differential. Really a difference between 9-6 and 10-5. A little bit in the middle of it, where you obviously are, but more likely going towards a 10-5 because you're only going to be 5 rounds off of winning. So you have a distance to a win of an 11-4, but a round differential like a 9-6 or a 10-5, and those are really big differences you gotta be thinking about. Trunik taking down MHL, swing on top of the box, trying to make a play but fails to do so, and that leaves just Lanex remaining, which is gonna die. So not a 10-5, 9-6 situation. It's only 2 rounds of a differential now, and that's not going to be too big. An 8-7. Or a 9-6 now you can call. More lean towards a 9-6, but that's still possible to come back off of. And you're on the T side, so Team Space really having that opportunity now to prove themselves here. Going forward. They're a well-known team to have a lot of team compositions, team strats, and just in general protocols that are put to use quite often. Really good look in here, I would say. Team Space still, but this pistol is one thing that they're going to be trying to go for. That they're probably going to have to take as well. Not that easy. If Team Falcons picks it up, CT side, everything in their favor. It's going to be pretty much looking like a slow and steady win this team of Team Falcons. A boost comes in for Folzel. He's going to be running up on the side. MBK is there on the back of the side himself. Joined with Boros. Tapping away. MBK cleaning house. He's absolutely unbelievable. Wow, it could be an ace. MBK, go for it. Go for it, my little guy. He could be finding it himself, but he cannot. MBK back. The youngster move here. CS2 is his game. And he finds an ace. Ace on the cards, ace in the game. MBK is back. And takes them all off the pitch here on Vertigo. And the reason why I said my little guy is MBK now. I mean, not the youngest player anymore. And now seeming like he's just fully back there. With the big names, at least. Pleased with his performance, and he's looking like a refreshed man. He's back to his teenage years almost. You already saw that Nate plays, of course, that he made work of. The Nate's that Aldo had as well, and the damage to be done. Body going for an ace. MBK stealing it from him. Yeah, and he's getting punishment for it. Really wanted that ace, but hey, 4K will do, and MBK has to feast on them as well. 15 kills already to his name. And 9-5 now in the favor of Team Falcons. With Team Space having barely any money going forward. They've gotten themselves the AKs. And after that, a very awkward position. So this could be the deciding round maybe. Bonus buy. And Zero ready. Starts swinging, and he's able to catch them. Zero will find that first, starts running in for more. Player hurt to jump, but then Zero not too sure where that was. He's gonna try and make it work in Zero. 4 players up the ramp. Aside from team space, Bird making body fall. 5 on 4. Shell himself. And Boros still holding on. So this 5 on 3 has turned into a tighter position now. And with the side still under control of Team Falcons, this might become problematic going forward. Team Space are running their way into B, but it's all but a shadow move. A bait and switch as they have left no opportunity otherwise. MBK himself already joined in here. Can he show us what he's made of? It's a nice M4 of course, his own M4A1 has Knight. Definitely a cool weapon to have in your arsenal. And Verd himself, that will be dropping the molly on itself. He was going to go close to that Jenny. But now, looking still position himself right there. Molly not thrown well, so time was definitely running up the clock. And you can see Team Falcons having to worry a little bit. They're playing a very late retake, but I think the player's been seen on the back of the pillar. The kills are coming through. And even though they took so long for the retake, and we all thought it might have been over, the time is still well there, and they know how to deal with it. Team Space off the plant position in that regard. They might have expected Team Falcons to run in soon, so want to take the heavy battles. If they went for a ramp stack there, possibly double, one on the wood and one on the ramp side, I think they would have won that round right there, Team Space. But you're so incredibly scared of Falcons running in soon, trying to deny that they were still sticking to the site and forced to stick there ever since. Team Falcons starting to get closer and closer towards winning their own map pick here. We'll have to see how much further it will go. Body. Together with MBK, I think, on middle. Him and MBK once again in the same lobby. Taking the first 2 kills with it. Full sail. Beta burning. Not falling yet. That will leave just one on that A side in the name of Lonex. Made steps, so known. Bomb will go down for Team Space. The retake has to start coming in. How long will it take for players to arrive? Maybe they're once again taking long to go for the retake. And it is something that has been successful in the past. Vert tapping Lonex away. Burrows second person to fight, same position. Now not getting a bullet blown to his hand, playing in sandbags, but also not capitalized upon. Didn't realize. And MBK has to go for insane clutch once more. No kit to his name this time. Taking himself the first of this retake. And now faking just a swing. And Fossa will also swing and grabbing a frag for it. MBK denied for another retake. Denied for another insanity play. And Team Space then have at least taken another round, but it's one of many that are still here for them to grab, that they have to go for. It's definitely not what you're thinking. This is such a hard game going forward, I think, for the side from Team Space to still come back up. Mirage and Ancient, I think, will be other stories. But Vertigo, there has to be a lot happening here for Team Space to win it. Building economy is one part, and I'm not too sure if Falcons is going to allow at least a single thing. The 5-7 up close for Lonex. That one kill possibly there, but not to be. 0. And the opener. I think Boros is wanting to get a boost, but Body in his own element. Wasn't fully focused on that communication part. So Falcons having a man disadvantage, a double man disadvantage to be exact. Player cleaning towards B, and if Truex calls that clear, Team Space is just running. And they're running towards that B side, have a free plant, and a retake opportunity is there for Team Falcons, but retake needed as well, and that's not something I think is allowed many times to happen. Once you have that opportunity, there might still be a chance going forward. Smoke, flash, all thrown. Bomb will go down. And 7 should not be a problem here. Good kill for N0. 1-for-1 traded. But Boros himself. And all down to Boros now, just to save his AK. Might still get pushed upon. I'm not too sure if they're going to go for it. And now they're just seeing all the players just sticking. They know 3 players alive is the minimum. Some sort of buy coming next, or at least some economy to be built off of it as well. Because that's the most fortunate part, I guess, from the T's. If they keep on winning, the buy will continue to be stable. But once you start losing, going to be chances for things to get reset quite soon. And you can already see the team space does not have any funds remaining. The only one that has a Mac 10 is Vert now, with a Galil around it as well. The hands of Larry. So 2 players which don't really have anything going here for team space in terms of weapons. And MHL to find the opener on N0. N0 fallen. The IGL here for team space. Not in around anymore. Desperately trying to support his team now from not being in a game anymore, in the round rather. That nade is good. 79 points of health down to Vert. Oh geez, 20. The opening pieces have been taken, and you can clearly see that team space is starting to make their way in towards that A site. Oh, next body. Both still here. Next chance to go in. Allowed the chance to be on the side. He's going to go heads first. But will he get a kill with it? And line up one. But he's still there with short side trying to stop it. Short side getting all the frags, all the damage. Just Trunic. But he's down to 10. Buddy has done enough. At least for now. But a 1-in-3 for Trunic. Still trying to desperately find his way around. Impossible. Team Falcons. They will have 11. And this is going to be even better going forward here for Team Falcons themselves now. 2 more needed to win this map. You can see the money situation for Team Space being the same as it was before, with having 3 AKs and a Galil, but not a Mac 10, now a Tech 9. And next round it will be even worse. 2.4k, that's all they're getting. So if you're Team Space, you first have to win this round, and if you lose it, the game could be over. It's a really dire situation here for Team Space to be in, and sure they still have the next few maps to capitalize on, or at least the next one, Mirage. Vertigo. It's going to be in the dire stages right now. You're either winning it now, or you're basically not doing so anymore. Unless you can make some insane rounds with pistols go, and Team Falcons has to start from massive misplays. That's when there could still be a chance. Full zone. Getting boosted, Boros. First start tossing Boros still. B-side still holding. Boros, absolutely monster with a triple. Just N0 on the B side now challenging Boros, but he cannot be stopped. He's just going to continue. Boros, 3 headshots and 1 normal kill to claim the B side to be theirs. To held it for Team Falcons and to leave Trunic in an impossible clutch 1v4 to stop Team Falcons from getting to match point. Map point could be acquired. Trunic trying desperately to find a gap in the defense. But I don't think it's to be had. He is going to fall away. But on the other hand, 2.4k loss bonus. This does indicate that they're going to go for a falls for sure. They will not play for overtime. Because once Trunic starts saving now, he's not going to get any money. And if they would eco next, and Trunic would be on a Galil next. And I don't think that's what you want to go for. So this indicates to me there's a force buy. If there's no buy now for Team Space... Oh, wait, it's the last round. Well, what am I even saying? I thought it was still match point. But it's obviously the last round. Wow. MR12 messing up my brain, right? So this save, it makes total sense. Trunic now having the AK. The rest of them buying for whatever they're worthy. But you at least got yourself the AK, right, to go. I really thought they were still going to have 11 and then 12 after that. But, hey. Whatever. Obviously, I didn't think MR15 was still in play, right? But it doesn't matter. What matters is this round. That my brain just got effed around. Having to get used to this new system. I thought 11 was still acquired, so Trunic saving would mean you would either give away match point and play for the last round with Trunic on a worse buy, or you can try back at it again. Knife round happening for the second map. Previously, of course, things went a little bit wrong because Falcons won that knife run and Team Space didn't opt to choose. And now, CT side to be picked here for Team Falcons. Second map, the map pick from Team Space with Mirage coming in. Armor 12 game once more, first to 13, and if Falcons wins this one, they're automatically going to win their first best of 3 and have secured themselves a win. So, really much a lot of crazy stuff to be happening here in this best of 3 series. With, aside from Falcons, now starting on that CT side, winning the pistol could be meaning a lot. We've seen that before in some of the games that we saw. With the MR12, of course, being inflicted, right? Pistol rounds are going to matter a lot. Winning the first 3 rounds, which is basically already half of the round, or half of the half, really. So we're also trouble on the horizon, potentially, if Falcons would win it. For now, Team Space seem to have it lined up a little bit more. And don't get me wrong, I really like the MR12 change. I really think it's a very nice change. Could switch up the meta a lot. I think Valve really implemented it in a correct way now. I'm just hoping for it to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to all the tier 1 matches coming up as well, to see what they are going to be able to bring to the table, how they're going to be with the strategies. And the stick to now be had. Body is going for the full stick. It takes some time, and now he has to go for it fully. Tap comes in, and MHL was out of bullets. Even better for him to stick. But a lot of confusion there for Body. In the end, it resulted into a round here for the side from Vert. Vert is picking it up. And so they start off the T side in their advantage. Team Space really looking like they might be taking more here. They've just found that pistol. Full save is it. Usually you see a force buy, and now you simply cannot opt to go for it. You simply cannot afford to lose so many rounds in a row. It's so impressive that is now the meta that we're possibly going to be seeing. This round will roll by, and I'm just really quickly going to switch the sponsor thingies around. Oh. Switch that out.
Bomb has been planted.
And now it should be fine. Right? Yeah, it still is. Side has been lost and taken over. Taken control of and found. That's exactly how you're looking for. Or how you are looking for it. Going forward. A 1-0 turn into a 2-0. And as I said before, the meta really switching. You can see ecos more often now because you don't want to concede 3 rounds from the start off. You want to concede 2 and then have full buy going forward. At least that's what Falcons is also feeling like they have more chance to go for just simple M4s than they would have going for different weapons, such as a Deagle and armor in that last round. And now going for M4s themselves, really hoping that they can break the economy for Team Space rather sooner than later. And they will have a pretty mixed weaponry. That's also something we're going to be seeing. Very mixed weapons being used. Players choosing to go for A4 in the moments that they think it suits them. Moments of A1S as soon as they feel like their battles are going to be a little bit up close. More impactful, whereas the A4s are used for the longer engagements. That would favor a little bit. So really nice little switch up we're seeing. And then BK now watching from short, so A4 being the weapon of choice, but getting tapped away quite soon relieves the pressure for Team Space to have to position themselves on the site, which has now just been done. Under, still MHL trying to opt for it, and out of the smoke already. Boros, the side arrives, taking a double. Still a flank from Apps to come in. as he did take down NHL earlier. Lonex now expecting where N0 is, anticipating it and finding the frag. Second one lined up and now up short with the bomb being planted for default. The retake has just been converted. Boros is just an absolute mad lad. 4 kills, once more to his name, as he just ran out of the kitchen position. Without having to fear about anything, really. That was something special. Team Space had taken the first 2, but now also Team Falcons making steps. Making waves to get themselves a little bit closer, and that is pretty cool, to say the least. As we do start seeing DAKs, an AWP and a Deagle. That's where the side from Team Space is going for. And Vert himself, nade. Thrown in sort of the smoke. Second kill found in middle. Lonex that has broken. At least the mid part. And might start to try and open up this smoke. We'll get a gap. It's a very small one, so cannot really abuse it. And Vert himself won't abuse it as well. This could be a fight that Lonex has himself. But Vert needing to find that kill. Otherwise Team Space might take another one. Let's go to Vert's point of view. He spots and out Lonex first. But now Lonex having an idea of where he is laying. There's a window to not be converted up short. MHL still arriving. The M4 will line up at least the first. No nade thrown, but Lonex to still be standing. Lonex to still be here, and a smoke now tossed to stop the push from happening too soon. He's gonna expect it. Suspect what's going on, but Tronic. The double peek arrived. Too many targets to fight against, and so the bomb to go down. Falcons looking to lose their 3rd round here. Team Space is going to be 2 rounds up now. That is an 8. N0 surely falling, but Larry, of course, too early to have it before that nade will even be inflicted. But still, the kill was redeemed, the kill was had, and Team Space is 3-1 up now on this D site. Team Falcons desperately needing to find some chase. And that will be first an eco and then a buy coming in. But that might get themselves to a position where 4 will be on the board here for Team Space. We'll look at a comeback attempt here for Team Space, as they lost that first map. But are obviously trying to redeem themselves in a second and then make us go into a third with a very good feeling. As that is also a map that they are really living on. In terms of how many times they have played it in the past. That was of course on the go, so we really don't know how CS2 will be for them. And for any of the players really here. For now, Team Falcons seem to start their season off pretty well. Team Space themselves probably equally as good. I don't really think that there's been a lot changing for these pros. We'll have to see how, I guess, the little older generation is going to be handling it. Mainly pointing fingers to players such as MBK and Kerrigan, who've been in the scene for a very long time, like OG. At the same time now switching to a new game. Soon the users will shine even further, because they are in the lead for the beginning. The game obviously hasn't changed that much from Go itself. It is a new game, but it's still Go. It's still 5-on-5. It's still a crosshair and mouse and shooting. 4-1 is on the board now for Team Space. AWP for Larry as well. Same can be said for MHL. Have it to his name, and both teams are now gonna have, or be on their fullest potential rather. The chance, of course, for Team Space to solidify themselves as the winner here, potentially, of this half. When they would win this round, putting once again an awkward position for Team Falcons on. 2.9k loss bonus. 6 potentially were secured after that. And definitely troubles on the horizon. The only one here to stop it though is MBK. And do some damage on the first. Finally claiming it. 7 bullets left to fall. Lonex up short. Next one to fight against. He has an A4 to his hands. Boros will take down the flank in the middle. That's allowing a chance for Lonex to go huge. He's spraying. Good for one. The trade frag obviously coming out for find the kill. The tag there for MHL. He has another shot possibly lined up. Jiggling for Larry. Larry is watching. Larry is waiting. 1 on 3 required. He's known. Now the scope. Now the steps. Boros gonna watch him. And the players are gonna be defusing. There's not even an attempt for Larry. He's just gonna run. Falcons will, because of that, have themselves their second round. So as soon as full buys come to the play, they are able to show off. Hopefully for them, they will be able to keep some of this economy now and not lose it straight off the bat to go back into an eco. They will be facing another of those full buy rounds, which, as I said before, has been pretty great for them thus far, but always only good for 1 in a row, never for a second. And we're behaving ourselves in that situation once again. Definitely an awkward pause and a chance to shoot. MHL spotted out the first one crossing. But he cannot go too far on the edge of the smoke. Now he can. Spinks, the smoke was almost about to bloom, but not to be. A-side been challenged in the meantime. The only one there is Buddy. We're still looking at MHL, trying to find the opener onto middle. Looking everywhere. Not to find the kill on third. And in the meantime, A-side to fully be under control of the T's. Buddy having to be careful being taken down, but the top cone smoke won't be having any of it. MHL still suspecting Vert to be behind the pillar. And now Buddy clearing it. He's going to clear house and gets the frag as well. That's an AK. And Vert, he wanted to go for a late flank, but now anticipated on. Same could be called for Trunic as he tried to run into jungle. Our team still trading back and forth. 2 on 2 found. Buddy jumped into window. Might be Trunic. But also is going to meet a timer that runs quite low. The op is all that's left on Larry's hands. One could be there. Buddy runs into smoke. Buddy goes for the stick. Larry's going to go for the knife. He misses some swings. He's going to connect one, connecting a second. And of course, a right swing to end it. Buddy will fall. But I think he had just a few seconds left to defuse. Maybe a few milliseconds even. That was close. Yet the round will go to Team Space. They will have 5. And the doom continues for Team Falcons with eco. And then a force buy, a full buy being 1. But always 2 apiece for Team Space to continue up to be in the lead. Always an answering Team Falcons, but now maybe answering a pistol as well as you try to run into middle. Trunic is aware. After the counter first, he truly is, and a spray to do some damage, chipping them apart, softening them up nicely for Verd and Larry to clean. That will be 6. That's all she wrote for Falcons on that round. But now going into 9, and as the sort of trend goes right now, you can see that they should mean Team Falcons having a round, but maybe Team Space can break it. Can break that momentum, put themselves ahead, and winning the half at least, going forward into that second, having at least 7. Which would definitely be a ridiculous scoreline to think about. After what we saw on that first map for Team Falcons, looking just very stellar. Mirage being a map where Team Space is usually pretty good on, but you have so much talent here on the side of Team Falcons going in. Such an insane first map, you would expect a little bit more from them going here on the CT side, but captured with everything that they're doing. And Larry to be aware of the swing. Larry to find it as well. That's a good op kill. Second one lined up out of the smoke. Boros gonna sneak around. Could take down Larry without him looking. That's one. Knows where Verd is. Knows where Trunic is as well. And now he's just Verd remaining. The player he spotted out earlier to find the frag in the end as well. Boros is just another madman. Like, this man is, I think, from another planet. I can't believe it, really.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Cobra CH, I'm honestly not too sure. I haven't watched too much of the pro play yet, but the maps have all seemed to be quite balanced, to be fair, so... Like, these matches, I mean, Vertigo was pretty decent in terms of the game. Yesterday I had very random results. One map being very T-sided, other one being CT, but some also being quite stable, so... It's still a little bit weird, of course, with CS2. It's a new game everyone has to be aware of, and some plays still having to do the same again, having to stabilize. But just at least the aim being a little bit shaky with the players still coming in, but Boros, oh boy, in this game, with a new life in this game, with an absolute stellar performance, could go for the ace. Boros knows where Fuzzle is. A little flusher moment. Could come through, but he's just gonna do it normally. Boros, who are you? I just can't believe it. 15-6 once again. MBK, this might be his game, I said, but Boros has something to say about it as well. And Falcons, they've just broken the curse. They always lost. That round, of course, to complete the second. Now that they've done it, they know Team Space will be on a full eco before they have a full buy. So calling a tactical pause to get everyone aware of it. Maybe playing an alternative setup to expect what they're going to be doing here inside of this pistol as well. Let's hope they're going to be aware for themselves, because losing an eco is devastating. Much appreciated, guys, for everyone following along the way. I see a lot of follows coming in, where I'm very, very happy about. Very proud to have you guys here. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying the stream as much as I am. And of course, there's a whole lot more to come here on CSTV. This is just the beginning week. And we're already so far with the process that we've got. And I'm super happy with it. And this is exactly what I had in mind, envisioned. And the gates, of course. This lovely project. And Boros, I mean, just continue, bro. Just go for more. 19 and countering as of right now. Which is absolutely unbelievable. Same as the amount of followers that we've gotten over the course of the last few days. You can die in peace now. Nice. Kill for body. MHL. Second player found. And oh, flash for body. That's great. An underhand toss to find one. He figured Larry was fully blinded, but that animation still is not fully up there. Sometimes you see someone being very, kind of dabbing because of the flash effect usually in CSGO. That means he's actually flashed in CS2. That's still to be discussed upon. 6-6, Falcons tie things up. Going into the T side, going into the flip with an advantage. Let's see how the second half will be going. Oh, that's pretty interesting. After this little bumper. 6-6. Advantageous position. Really there now, I would say, for Falcons coming in with the... we can call... momentum. Really feel like that is going to be the good word for it. 6-6. Need to come in. Boros with the opener. mean, I can continue to speak about Boros, but he keeps on amazing me. Every single time. Let's just watch him for a full round. He will bring us the action. Entry found. Second player getting dinked. And Boros to be doing it all. Still Body trying to challenge. And Boros to be looking to entry. A jump spot to be heard. And Zero to now be seen. Toss the Body. The swing comes in. Boros is out. On the back of the side. Trunic waiting. As the swing is there. Monex with the entry. Boros with a second. Boros looking for more. But Vert to be trading. He's still on the side. Behind the smoke now. Trying to take down MHL without success. He's capitalizing upon it. And Fozil against the world now. Falcons not only bringing in momentum, but now also going to be in the lead in this map. They take it. The first round on the T side. And more will go the way of Falcons. If Team Space doesn't stop it quickly. Are they going for a false buy? That's the question. I think a question that a lot of people will have. Do you afford it? Do you want to lose 3 in a row? Can you afford it? I don't know. And on 6-6, they're not. They're rather playing it safe. Trying to go for an 8-7 switch around. Other than trying to deny what is not really there anyway. This does allow chances for Team Falcons to get a free 8 round. But after that, things will become quite dicey. Body taken down by Third, and that should expect a stack. With B fully under control by Linex, that is obviously going to be confirmed. Okay, they did that, take it up, and Linex needs to be careful of not dying here. Buying time with a molly, trying to find N0. He was down to low health. There's also a mid flank coming in for Boros. Boros slowly starting to make his way in. This will become quite nicely. And he will become dicey instead. As Boros will find a double. Larry missing a jump and time to be running out. AKs to be saved. And Team Falcons to have 8 on the board. But Team Space will get away with a whole lot of rounds. Or at least a whole lot of weapons rather. Moving forward in this game. 8-6. Will Team Space still try to deny? It's at least going to be Trunic trying. Oh, he catches one. Tries to find Lardex, and the aim punch is not enough to deal with him. He controls the spray pretty perfectly. 8-6. An advantageous position to once again be there for the side from Team Falcons. They are. In the lead now with 6 in a row. And this is obviously the full buy that I've been talking about. The reason why you kind of equal in a round to have a buy coming in the 3rd round of the 2nd half. Teams are going for Larry. Smoking. Getting smoked. Trying to cross back. That's all she roads. Body trying to jump back and already taken control. But mid is still there for Falcons. They've taken in that regard a little bit of an advantage position. That will now also have it with a kill. Boros. Sneaking through for another. Oh, Boros. Boros can do it again. It's been so important for Falcons. First will not be checked. A main person, main story could be called upon for him. But he has been falling. I was like checking him. I was trying to find him on my radar book. But he wasn't there anymore because he already fell. And now N0 is the only one that can be called upon for Team Space. Side getting picked apart. They're cherry picked by the side of Team Falcons. And now we're actually going to be dying without a single person getting a frag. That's a lot of economy Team Falcons gets. And that will be 9 that they have already to their name. 3-round differential and just 4 off of winning. Team Falcons is looking like another beast there. For an update for the other games, for you guys, currently, Team Sprout and Sinners are going to map 3. Apex seems to be winning against the Prodigies 2-0, which was something we expected. Monty won in overtime against Perry Vision. And currently Bait and Forza have started on their second map, with the first one being won by Bait, I think in OT. So Bait is up 1, Apex probably winning. And a third mapper for Sinners and Sprout, with Monty leading 1-0 against Perry Vision. Definitely some nice matches and some pretty close ones as well. And this one, I wasn't really sure what I expected. Did I expect a real 2-0 for Falcons? I'm not too sure. Team Space looked good in the beginning, or the end of CSGO rather. Now maybe the beginning of CS2. But yeah, you have just Boros playing against you. 28 encounter currently. He's gonna take 10v9 here against Trunic. He will. He won't. Okay, Trunic. Sorry. You can still fight back. Must be frustrating playing against such an insane player currently. And double digits. Should be on the board here for the side from Falcon soon. I think player spots it there. I feel like MHL could have seen him. No. Maybe the pixel been fixed in the edge of the box. Trunic himself is not going to go for this one anymore. Still going to have a fight against MHL. If MHL wins this fight still, a lot of economy damage could be done. But, hey. Round is won by Falcons. He'll take double digits.
Terrorists win.
3 more. All they're looking for. Util thrown, Boros leading the charge down into middle. Oh, he's gonna spot out the feet. He heard it as well, I think, but not too aware of it actually being just on top of it. One-way smoke tried to be executed. I'm not too sure if that's the user advantage. The smoke been naded. That's gonna create some gaps, but won't be used their advantage. Vert will still have the one way to use. And with the arc, strikes for a second. Team Space, having found that 2-man advantage now. Making it even better. Mid is theirs. But of course, you still got yourself 2-man to call upon here for the side from Team Falcons. So definitely not done yet. Apex just won their game. That's the first game being finished. Apex moving up to that 1-0, of course, in the group. For the people that are unsure, we'll first play 4 groups of a total of 6 teams, I think. With 5 matches in total, every single team has to play. Once against every single person in your group. I mean, it would make more sense if it's... No, it's 6. 4 groups of 6. So 5 best of 3s that you gotta play. The first 2 will go straight into the higher matches of the playoffs. Whereas the bottom 2 will still have to play some sort of a play-in deciding matches. And that's like that's what makes this format so interesting. You have a whole lot of chances to redeem yourself. And just in general, a lot more forgiving and a lot more practical as well for the tournaments coming forward. Sure, you have yourself the majors where you gotta be proving yourself on. Or sure, there's a spot for ESL Pro League. But it is very important to get as much practice as possible. And teams from ESL Advanced, teams that played a lot of CCT... like, for example, Into the Breach, Apex, had themselves an advantage going into the major, where they just had more events that they were playing on online to get prepared. And ESL Challenger teams kind of were stuck with having to play CCT and one match every 2 or 3 weeks. Now you have matches every week coming in, and for a total of 5 weeks at least. And then there will be changes made. So then you will make a cut. But not only that, when you're cut out of that tournament, you've at least played yourself 5 best of 3s. You've gained a lot of experience from it as well. And those are like insane things to keep in mind, that there actually is a whole lot of possibilities for teams to shine in that regard. We'll have to see how it goes further. At least in this game. Team Falcons, obviously, the teams I would consider going for that number 1 spot. If they can get the team come to work in a good way, if they can get this team to shine in the CS2, that's where they will be thriving. All really, really passionate about this game. Trying to make it work together. AK, little roulette now. MHL Stern. But not to be found, not to be had. Ace on the board for Team Space. 3 in a row. They will be in the lead. Boris still on 28. And became Body really falling behind a little. The French duo. Trying to recover, and Zero himself as well. Being the IGL himself. Together with MBK, of course. So both of them on the bottom of the scoreboard. Something we did not see in the first map of G2 OG. Opening frag for Boros. What a play once more for him. Lays down Bird, and that's immediately. Player on short falling. Opens up chance to go to B. You can immediately see the recoveries coming in from also Team Space. And with that molly, you just set themselves up for it a little bit. This players from Team Space not too aware. And now playing a 2-in-2 setup where you would usually not really want to go for this. Would usually rather have yourself only, or at least a second one in window, or some player that can rotate towards A. Now you just get yourself a boost, and Boros that might be aware of it. Not jumping on the bench. But still, out in the open on middle. Players to walk down into the B side. Larry. He's boosted. Player to be challenged here as well in the name of a zero. He's going to try. Burning. Taken away as well. Still offers up duel. Won by Larry. He's still boosted. An advantageous position as Falcons gets the bomb into them. But of course, instantly picked apart. Fuzzle wants to take it back into his favor. And it's definitely possible. There's definitely more to it in this round. Tronic with a double to end it off. Team Space up to 9. And 1 round more, and they might tie things up here in this game. Boros not allowed anything anymore, and that's really the reason why comeback possibility, comeback galore is currently coming in. Honestly, not too sure how this will be if Team Falcons still loses this game, how their morale will be touched. Maybe there are some changes to be had here for this Falcons team going forward in the future. We did see some rumors, right, about the coach, of course, coming in Sonic, but also some other things. I'm not too sure of it, to be fair. Didn't really get too much into it. Just dipping my toes, but that's about it. Space, of course, really making waves, so people interested in it. How far can they get? Flash to come in. Way to be had. Fuzzle and Vert. Kills to be found, and Falcons still starting to lose ground here. Double digit for both sides. Should be there soon. 10 apiece for each and every side. Stepping away is MBK. Damage on a second, but not the kill found. Fuzzle to claim it in the end. And we're tied at 10 apiece. Falcons having a full bite. So does Team Space. They have money backing up as well. And you have yourself Ancient as a decider. So the question in my eyes will be, or in my ears rather, we go to that third map. How will Falcons be recovering from this economy deficit? You can see how much difference there is for both teams in economy. The CT's having so much to work with, whereas Falcons with one round, they're broke again. Barely anything coming in. For the Uto into the middle, a lot of flashes and smokes all through. And Boros. Maybe he can smoke himself. Ooh, double nade. And now Third also being careful of actually pushing himself in the corner, now stuck. Boros walking with MBK. Both clearing themselves in positions. Larry's the call. Jungle to be smoked, but still a player. In the name of Trunic to be fallen. I thought he was going to get away with a double there. I thought he was going to be the savior of the round, but I think he's just been costing them the round, really. Him there dying sets up so much. And now Team Falcons possibly going to go towards 11. Once again leading. Boros. Another one to the tally, but traded. Bird as well, pulling out his smoke. The wrong given time. Utility to be used, but he still pulled it. And 11 will, because of that, been found. It could have been the flank. MBK could have fallen. It could have been round done and dusted, but not to be. Round still got one. Team Falcons up to 11. Boros has officially had himself a 30 bomb. But Falcons only leading by 1 round right now. Only leading by 1. And the economy to still be there for Team Space for the final 2 rounds to come. Winning this. And they've reset Team Falcons. So they're in a very dire position now where this round is somewhat a must. Otherwise themselves will probably have to play for overtime. Which is not a problem, but if you can do it in regulation, why not do it in regulation? A move from Bird. Boros, will he be aware? Using all positioning, you're going to check, but for sure you're going to trade. Bird taking a 1. Still there waiting, now traded by MBK. And you shouldn't know there's a second one. Mostly there, has been spotted and 0, but he still swings the capture. Second person falling in this round for Falcons. And themselves giving over the advantage. Rotation to come in. And 2 men still on B. Molly thrown preemptively just to get some more information. And I think they heard a step. They might not have heard the pull, but they do probably know there's someone on the boost, or at least someone on the site. Are they aware of N0 being there? They're not. N0 will only be able to get 1 though, as MBK is still there to trade. This is still doable for Falcons. Need to be aware. Fozzo misses the shot. That body will also be missing, giving Fozzo a chance to still hold. Otherwise that angle would have been absolutely shut down. Now the round potentially shut down for Team Space if they win this retake. Fozzo making steps. Fozzo getting swung upon. The missed shot from MBK. He loses the fight in the dire seconds. The round is won. Team Space, they win it. MBK could have done it, but he misses a spray in the dire moments. You cannot lose that fight. Otherwise, you will get picked apart. Team Space will take you. They will take this round with open arms, but the buy is still not good. For their own going forward, their money has definitely been hardly touched by the CT economy by losing 1. So they're definitely not out of dangerous waters just yet, but at least for OT they will be safe. Falcons, on the other hand, will be in a whole lot of trouble. They need to win this round. And they have 2.9 kills bonus backing themselves up. Otherwise, they're fighting for OT with some SMGs. And now they still got themselves a full buy with 1 Galil as to the exception. Oh boy, MBK. Saving grace for Falcons. He could have been. But the dire moments, he loses that fight. Gets them back. Tied up position. MBK fighting on middle. Oh, he misses the shot on full Zil. Still tags him down low, so Possibilities there for MBK. As he has also taken middle, so sure, you don't kill that player, but you're at least going to do a lot of damage. That will leave mid control to be yours instead of it having to be fought over by players trying to equalize, but it's just me trying to talk nice about something that should have been his kill all day long. Team Falcons trying to go for 2 more. Rotation is surely there with the op, of course, for Larry arriving any second. You only have to call it, and he will come. You just gotta call for it. And Fulzil is boosted, which is usually an on and done position. Up short they go. The double kill has been taken. MBK finally trading. But only 2. As Larry is still on the boost. Not checked. Oh, Fulzil himself. 5 HP was all that he had. But boosting there is a one and done, as I said. He only needed 1 for it. That's all she wrote. 12 to 11. In the favor of the CTs. They're getting themselves 1 step closer towards that 3rd and final map here of Mirage to end it. And the 3rd map obviously being Ancient, but on Mirage, the final round potentially here on the horizon with AKs, 2 AKs of course, 1 Galil, and a Scout and a Deagle. The best if you ask me for Falcons. Definitely trying to set themselves up nicely for something, but oh boy. Team Falcons definitely having chances to take this one in a 2-0, but hey, overtime still on the horizon. And they will play a slow round. Pretty nice nade. If only you hit that underpath. Apparently, nades the full smoke, which is very nicely. And he's obviously aware of it. Players have positioned around towards the A side. Oh, this could be problematic. This really could be. Problem going forward. Push comes in, Boros taking it first. Few kills fall in on this A site. The body that starts running in. Has seen Larry there on CT. Missing shot 20 seconds. They will get onto the side. Buddy trying to go for another. Trade frags all over the board. MHL with a scout. Buddy with an AK. Few bullets left. 1 in total. He missed it. And that gives N0 the chance to take a 3rd. To make us go to a 3rd and final map. Team Space have done it. This could have been the round if Buddy. If only Buddy killed the Opera earlier. And went in for the trade frag. But unfortunately some bare misses in the dire stage of the round from both MBK and Buddy now. The French duo definitely not liking it. A single piece. Unfortunately, the game, of course, to go the way of Team Space. The Russian squad is still here. They're still here to fight. And they're going to one of their favorite maps now, of Ancient coming in. And that is something I'm very, very excited about, because they can apparently win. They didn't win in Vertigo, which is okay. It was Team Falcons pick, their favorite map. Mirage goes their way now. And you have left the cherry on top for the final map. The most insane piece of map knowledge, of course, for Team Space out there has been Ancient. That's been their main map for a very, very long time. They've played it a lot of times first picking it. Then they went over towards Mirage as their first pick. But I've seen them play on Ancient before on CCT. And it has been one of their most phenomenal maps. Now I actually see the statistics. I see that Vertigo was also a very good map for them with a 73% win rate. And Ancient is actually not that good of a map win percentage. When I saw it before, or when I have seen Team Space play on a map like Ancient and beating very good opponents. We can all still remember, if you guys have watched the Tier 3 scene, you've seen Team Space making a hero play inside of CCT of East Europe, I think, the playoffs run, where they got second in total. No one expected them to get that far. Only themselves. And that was mainly as well due to some of the insane matches on Ancient that they've had. So that's why I'm pointing out the Ancient to be a decent map for Team Space in here. And for Team Falcons, 33% out of 6 maps, losing 4 out of their 6 matches, only winning 2 of them. And now being in a new game themselves, where they have just come off the back of a loss of Mirage, where both Body and MBK have to find their confidence back. Unless Body and MBK found their confidence back, I'm really looking at a team of Team Space to be coming out of the back of this match very, very strong. Straight off the bat, finding round after round. And Team Falcons having to fight from the back foot. But unless MBK and Body can prove me, if they can prove me, Falcons is taking this one. But we have to find that out. And that will be in a third and final map. Be sure to stick around, guys. We'll be back shortly, of course, with that final map. Be sure to stick around. the third and final map. Both teams battling their hearts out here in this best of 3 series. Team Space versus Team Falcons. And a winner going home with that first game in the group stage. Some matches currently getting finished, and this one of course still just about to enter the final stages. This map will decide it all, and the knife round will get won by Falcons, which is a very good start. Both teams are able to win their own mapping out. So now you're going to the other side, which usually seems to be a pretty, I would say, like equal map in terms of the performances and in terms of where you're ending up. You're ending up on a safe ground where both teams are looking good on. And now that you're able to be there with a CT-sided start, is always going to help a lot for Team Falcons. Both teams about the same map win percentage. We're still here, guys. Here at CSTV. A new project me and the Gate have started to get the chance and the ability to cast a lot of these beautiful tournaments that sometimes don't have themselves an English stream to capture as much lovely moments as we possibly can. We're hoping that you guys are actually enjoying this journey with us together. Also, thank you for a big thank you to all of you, the followers that have came in this week. About 50 of course ended up on the telly. Appreciating every single one of you, and also for the people that are watching, of course, and just enjoying. Welcome, welcome. Good start here found, of course. Team Falcons still looking to go for this retake, and soon Lanex will realize that it's actually B where the retake has to, or when it's not B, it is A where the retake is happening. He's still looking to find this kill on A. First he has to get the kill on B, and then he also has to find third, which he won't even get past the first step. Fuzzo will find him. And so that's a round for Team Space taken. They'll start things off here. On the map of Ancient. And Team Space, known to be the CCT heroes, playing a very good tournament in the Eastern Europe of the CCT. Now playing on that third map, and I said it before, you gotta get MBK and Body back on the board. Sure, they've done some damage in the last round, but you're losing it. You're losing the first round that could have been your start to something. And I'm honestly starting to get a little bit worried once I see that first round on the board as well for Team Space. Just thinking about how much that could mean. Team Falcons going forward themselves now on a force buy. Because in this round they are 3-0 down on the T side. For them, of course, on the CT side. But Team Space is up 3 on the T side. Definitely devastation. Good strike. Smoke. Pinch here. And the kill to be had. Trunic. Good opener. 1-0 start immediately there for the T side. Still Fuzzle himself trying to watch his MBK start to make his way in. Smoke thrown towards short. Push to come out for third. Has a beat of 50. Need enough to charge. Wants to have a better weapon in next. Maybe an AWP for Larry soon. And has to be careful now as he needs to pick up the AK and drop the beat of 50 over. To be spammed through the smoke a little as well. Far rotation has been called upon, but Boros will arrive way too late. Boros, he's going to be in a very awkward position now. He will be falling, and Zero has found it. And now, you gotta be careful, as this retake is probably not going to be possible. Team Falcons is pulling the plug, and Team Space has just secured the second round in a row here on the T side of Ancient. Although I'm saying like T side like it is a big thing, I'm not too sure if that's still there, right? CT or T side, it's a little bit up in the air now with CS2 with the way it works. But just in general, the fact that you're coming up with a win that Falcons could have still taken. It was 13-11, and Falcons really throwing it in the end with MBK missing some shots, Body as well. those are going to be inside of your mind. And now that you are already 2-0 down, your confidence really doesn't seem to rise. And so, coming off the back of that loss, it's so important to immediately start things off. But an immediate start we've not seen. That immediate start is still non-existent. We'll have to see which teams are going to get themselves an upper hand from it. And if Team Space can just continue to find success round after round. And Zero clearing corners. And Buddy that finds an opener. That's pretty interesting, actually. Peek out of cave. The opener here for the team. Now starting to make their way into the B side, but with a man disadvantage. Thirdly, the charge is sweet as well from the MP9 and MBK. Second person called upon in the name of Boros. MBK will fall. What can Boros still do? There is a smoke on short, there's a flash. Catching up Boros quite nicely, the molly as well, giving him no chance to go for it, but the bomb to move towards A instead. And I think Falcons realize that this Boros knows there's nothing happening. And all players are starting to make their way in. But there's already on the side an MHL. And now you can still go back to B. All players have rotated towards A, allowing a chance to go to B. But they're a little bit unsure because the time is also not on their side. The kills are all coming in. They're saving their own life here. So incredibly desperately. It was needed. It looks like they will have done enough this round. For the skin of their teeth, really. Team Space pulls through. And will not only have a second, now also a third one lined up here. In this game of Ancient. Look at that flank. Still starting to come in. Third is swing in, catches balls. So a third on the board now for this T side. Team Space cannot be stopped as of right now. Sure, that round was close. The pistol made it awkward. It was mainly due to Team Space just being very indecisive of where to go. They went for a play and then midway they cancelled it, going in for another. Where are we going for it? And in the end, they still went the side they originally chose, giving Falcons so much time to come up with an ID to hold on to their side, and so getting away with a few. Trunik. Mid-presence. Lonex. Gonna be seen, and now a nade thrown on top of him. Nade enough. Still being blown away by the nade, and allowing Trunik to get the opener. Body immediately dropping. And an entry like that for Team Space is very huge. And of course, it's also body falling. Has been important in this game already with a Deagle on the first map. Very good looking with MBK on the side. Second map, of course, we ain't talking about that one, but still, him now falling could become a troublesome prospect, and with Boris as well being the second one. Advantageous position has been found for Team Space, with really Falcons' main hits are now dropping. Here's MBK and Lonex. Lonex still checking the middle. MBK starts running in to catch off one. Third trade. 4-0. He's going to be on the board for Team Space. It's simple as that. Still having the bomb. Trunik himself. Now, having been very careful about Lonex pushing in. I think he doesn't realize he has the bomb yet, but I think he's also expecting Lonex to push. So, yeah, this is huge. Trunik doesn't want to go ahead and plant the bomb just because he's aware of Lonex going for that play from behind. And that kind of just explains in what kind of rhythm Team Space is right now. They have been just absolutely phenomenal in the way they've approached this game. And the fact that they're just aware of everything that Team Falcons is doing is surprising to me. Because they're definitely not playing a true predictable style, but yeah, Team Space is aware of everything. And that's what I'm talking about with Ancient being such a good map for Team Space. Statistic-wise, it might not look like it, but the amount of times the Ancient has saved them in the past is just like, unbelievable. They've also lost some games, sure, but the amount of times it's been successful for them, and now in the dying stage when they want to do it, there is just a second lifeline to call upon, and that's called Team Space winning. 5 players surviving, and 5-0 on the board. 500 people watching as Falcons get decimated. A 5-0 star has indeed been found here for Team Space. How much more is there going to be to it? So the one way to find out, really. Through Nick. Pushing into the middle. Didn't get himself the opener. This time, pulled to a stop, but then Zero to run into B without any consent from the side of the Falcons, but he doesn't need it. He will get it. The 3-on-3 has just been found. All left is going to be Larry with an AWP, and second person in Trunic coming in way too late. Still going to get it done, and so Falcons feel like they have the first one lined up, unless Trunic can go absolutely huge. Knows where the second is, has his crosshair lined up, but MHL has something else to say about it. Catch him in his act, and puts a stop to Team Space domination on this first half. Falcons now themselves, they win 1, but does that mean it's over? For sure it doesn't. Runic once again onto middle, and the buy is still in play. The entry towards the B side has also been found. And so, definitely not done yet. Boros will die on B, so that's a second person falling without a reaction from Team Falcons just yet. Body himself starting to walk in, just a fault at Fozzel. Just to get decimated. The second shot as well connecting. And that's all she wrote. MBK against the world. Nate's thrown in. Will not do too much, but he has a 1v5 to fight against, so good luck with that one, sir. Impossible, to say the least. Ooh, Fozil. Probably spotting out MBK there, and a headshot taken. Team Space get themselves up to 6. And they will be just one step closer towards winning this half, and with that, of course, putting themselves into winning this game as well. An incredible game have we seen thus far here coming out from Team Space. And I was already going to say that before. Losing this round, the Team Falcons is put back on Armored Eagle, and that's exactly what position we're in right now. They have barely anything to work with. Both of these teams really trying to get things going. But sooner than later is what Falcons hoping for, but Team Space, this could already be in the end when they win this half. That's obviously where they're going for. As fast as they potentially could. As fast as humanly possible. 13-1. Space fans are hoping. And I sure feel like there is an opportunity for it. As bad as it is to say. Such amazing talent on the side from Falcons. Themselves for now being, looks like, the underdog, which is bad to say. Cells getting undermined here. But aside from Team Space, just decimating them once more. Allowed to get a single frag. It's once more a flawless one. No one will get themselves anything. And 7-1 is already there for Team Space. catch it. As well, opening. Oh, MBK. Even that doesn't work. MBK trying to find the opener, but Fozzo catching him. As I said before, devastation striking. Team Space. Newcomer, of course, still a little bit in this scene with their team. People trusting in them. I feel like after this win, we are going to trust in Team Space. Very inconsistent still. And that's I think, the main point I'm trying to highlight for Team Space. That's why we're not giving them the full. Because they are sometimes winning. Like you can see now against teams like Falcons or Monty even in CCT events of the playoffs. But then they play another CCT event and then they're going out like 3 losing against Sampi and other teams. So the Team Space can get that consistency here in ESL Challenger, and with the status of ESL Challenger as well, they are getting themselves more scrim partners, and even tier 1 teams want to scrim against them a lot now. That's basically just how it goes. Tier 1 teams usually scrim against these lower opponents to get their defaults rolling, and you're able to outclass them then. Gives you confidence. A duo mate of me has played a lot with Richie in the past. Ex-player from Entropic, EC Bruges, and Undefined. He scrims daily against like Simple and Zaiwu and such, so it is pretty cool actually to see how Team Space is able to go down that path as well, get so much from it, and it's gonna learning process. Boros dying there in the ending stages, and this was a full buy for Falcons. They've got an armor pistol now going. It's so incredibly tough to watch. Because you feel like they have what it takes. Like people say in the chat as well. They have names, but I'm honestly not too sure what is really happening for them now. I'm not too sure what can save them. Team Space getting so many openers. You can see MBK there getting a free frag almost. But then still it being turned around by Fozal, and he's grinding it. And it's at some point when those things are starting to happen, you know it's incredibly dire for your team. And so, a 9-1 scoreline here for Team Space. A shotgun to be pulled out. That's when you know things are going alright here. That's when you know everyone has still gotten their sanity. The opener for Trunic to be had. 1-for-1 trade. Body. Himself the nice headshot. And now jumping up on the box. Wholesale. Leaving first blood for his team now as well. Man advantage. On the side they go, Boros. Watch, yes, players swarming in. It's behind that pillar. Boros not allowed to get the sprays, and he's still expecting it to be the case. Suspecting it's way too late, and there's something up. MBK sniper with a shotgun, 2 HP. Definitely going to be a dead man walking, burning to a crisp if Zero pulls out his molly. And he probably has to, as he has to still cross back in. Larry on the side will fall. And that leaves just N0. Oh, he's expecting a tab. He's expecting a tab. MHL is running. N0 knows this. And he's just done enough. MHL has no kit. It's a round done and dusted. Oh, N0. You absolute monster. Kyrgyzstani's player. The only one on the server. But such a beast. He's feasting on them. And just reads MHL like a book. Maybe that was some death cam that was being used, I think, by Larry. I think it was just a very good execution. Otherwise, N0, biggest mastermind out there. Pros don't fake. And now, of course, MHL faking himself. But I think what happened there was Larry getting taken down, not by a headshot, by a body shot. Allowing him to see like 3 more seconds of it. And MHL had already faked in that situation. So then you're allowing, obviously, Larry to see a lot of the sides though. He is seeing that there's no tap. He's seeing that there's no defuse. And A0 can just wait, sit back, and win that round. Or it was just an incredible play from the side of N0. I'm honestly not too sure. Like, we cannot ask him in an interview after. It's really fortunate. But I would definitely be wondering what it would be. Larry out aiming. MHL there. Body and Larnax both arrive in. There's a side. Just to get demolished. I have to say, but holding on, hanging on quite nicely. And so, at least a second round for Team Falcons, even though, I gotta be honest, it is not necessarily an if, it's a when now at this point. Really, aside from Team Space, 3 more needed, and I feel like this game is already written by their side. I think this is a 2-1 for Team Space, but the question is, when will it happen? When are they finally gonna blow out the final candles? When are they gonna be able to do the final blow? First half will be ending after this round. If they take double digits, it will be a 9-3. At 9-3 and Falcons with a pistol. I mean, that's starting to slowly get ourselves hope, but with a 10-2, it's very dire. 3 more is all that they're looking for then. And usually with a 12-3, you're calling exactly the same. Previously in CS, just 3 rounds away from winning it all. Now with a 10-2, it's about the same, but even worse, as the opponent team only has 2 rounds. Woolly nade all thrown. And the only one there is MHL up against the world. A 1-4 required. And Zero still waiting around the corner. The Kurdistani superstar will be falling. The Polish Hopper still trying to look in for more. MHL scoping. Has been hurt. Now the nade to open up the smoke. Allows a chance, but Trunik will use it against him to find a 10-2. And so, we'll switch sides with a half win for the side. Team Space. Second half will start. We're once again having ourselves this game underway. With an advantageous position here for Team Space. They themselves haven't found a double-digit situation before there's any real troubles coming further. Dulberettes replayed for the number 9 and 0. Watching in cave. There's still a 4-man stack here. From Falcons coming in towards A. But 3 to protect for Team Space. That should be enough, theoretically speaking. Third as a flash. Soon gonna realize. Soon gonna pop. We'll have to find out. MBK. Oh, 1-for-1. Boros with a double. Strikes it down, but Trunik still here. Been a long time. The most impactful player here for Team Space, and now doing it once more. Running around the rosies. He's gonna find himself a third, dropping the bomb. The round is done. Unless Body can go absolutely huge, but he cannot. Stopped. And so 11-2. And possibly a done deal here for Team Space. See what they can do going forward. Going for a force buy, obviously. That's what they're going to. Another little round coming further here. Third jump spot in on middle. And soon. Falcons pushing A. Only one there. Just beats Rooney having to deal with. Waiting. Players are starting to swarm in. Got the entry. And forced to play retake, but allows it to happen. Falcons, you can have those 8 on the box. We don't care. We win the round by playing for the retake. They're not even going to get the bomb plug. They're still going to go in. I mean, if you don't plant Falcons, we're just going to take you before you get anything done. 2.4k and good luck with that. Oh my goodness. Nothing. Literally nothing. The Team Falcons have in this game. No little platform to stand on. Not even a brick. They might go to Bob the Builder style like Counter-Strike did themselves. As a meme sometime. Now everybody calling it out. Where is Bob again? I mean, right now Bob the Builder is non-existent for the side of Falcons either. Got just a few pistols, that's all it is. And a Mach 10 and a Galil without any armor. Or without any util rather. No helmet. For Boros. Or a body. Oh, this HUD is so incredibly hard to read sometimes. Lucky next time. We'll have something else. Lonex. The opener himself. Falcons having a good advantage position now. Challenged in that smoke. Around the corner. Straight come into the smoke. The M4 to leave some traces. And the round is still going away of Falcons apparently. They might still have a third. Comeback? No, this is going to be dire for them still. Very hard to come back on, but hey.
Bomb has been planted.
Team Space still watching as well. I think with a smile on their face. Their Twitch account owner or whatever it is. Who's watching all their games, of course. Had the pleasure to cast a few of their matches on CCD as well. And always there cheering them on. I think they can really feel the support of the orc back in them. And so, a third that has been found here for Falcons. Team Space still definitely looking to do it in the end. 3 rounds for Falcons. 9 more to go. And such a tough position to be in for themselves still. A full buy for Team Space. M4, 3 for Masters, and a 5-7. But up against those AKs, up against those M4s, when you win this round, you're finally really going to break the economy for Team Falcons. You're finally going to get something going. I have a great feeling. And sooner or later, we'll start to see Team Falcons, if they win this round, of course, hypothetically speaking, then get themselves a little bit closer, maybe 5 or 6. Hey, maybe some chances. Who knows? I feel like there's some good potential here. Falcons to at least make this a little bit of a better game, unless the 5-7 was going to go huge, but I guess there was only the 5-7 really on the B side. The boss is still here, and only the 5-7 taken down, body kill himself, burning to a crisp there. Player rotating in, Team Space, Bird challenged by the Rem player in NHL, still falling, MBK getting dropped by Larry, but not before he get a frag on Trunic. With that, the bomb will go down on the B side. And Larry might be better off saving, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying comeback, guys, but I'm just saying maybe there's still a few rounds that Falcons is going to take before they are going to lose. Maybe they can make this game just a little bit more interesting. Maybe they can get their round differential up there. Obviously, this is a round robin stage. Everyone will play each other at least once. before they're going to further stages. And in the end, I think head-to-head is going to matter, but after that, like round difference as well. If they ever get themselves into a debate, sure, Team Space will win it. But when there's a 3-man tie, and Team Space have lost versus another team where Falcons have won against, and they're all tied up, round balance will matter between these two teams, and Falcons still being the team currently in the lead. When you're speaking of the first and second map, they have 4 round difference in their favor. So if Falcons can now get it all the way to like 7 or 8, that all of a sudden becomes a round differential of -1 for Falcons. Whereas when Team Space then gets to lose against the other team, that's a round balance in their favor for the side from Falcons. Big time. So you're really looking at Falcons trying to damage control at this point. And obviously, along the side, there's still a chance to win. But that's obviously going to be once we really start seeing more and more rounds going their way. And for now, I'm honestly not feeling that way. But round balance is a crucial thought. 3 or 4-man ties, we've seen that often. And could be the difference of going into the playoffs or going to the relegations where you have to fight and potentially go back to the advance. Definitely not something that both of these teams want. Falcons being a team that has ex-tier 1 players in there. There's Team Space, the up-and-coming talent, or a team that all of a sudden makes it into ESL, into relegation, or straight into ECL by winning Advanced 2 seasons ago. And now honestly having the chance with all the CCT and an ECL as well to prove that once more and, hey, fight for playoffs. Let's get this one done, Team Space says. One more, and they will have a full buy, so there surely is a chance. Round difference making it a whole lot more interesting for Falcons to continue. And themselves now only being 7 rounds away from still making it work, still making it happen. Making us go to that OT. Pretty good thought to be in our minds. Still, the end game also going to be likely to happen soon. And 0 some silence. Like with the tornado. In the middle, it's always quiet. It's been rough from the beginning. And now we have a little bit of silence in this round, whereas soon you can already see the edge of the tornado once again showing. There's the push, there's the flash. There's players on the side. And there will be a player falling for Team Space. First blood drawn for MHL. Careful of dying versus Vert. He won't be letting go of that one. And 0 won't either. And Team Space will let go of this round. They have lost another. And Falcons will go all the way up to 6. How can they turn this around so quickly? Ancient should have switched back to be more CT-sided because the spawns of the T's have gotten themselves drawn back a little bit with CS2. The spawns of the T's have been put back a little bit further, so you would say the map has been turned back a little bit more towards the CT side. Which, to be honest, it still kind of was CT-sided. And now you're seeing both teams getting a lot of comfort on their T sides, which is pretty surprising to see in my eyes. Look, the spawns of T's were a little bit closer before. Wait, can I fly? I thought I saw some... Wait, maybe the CT spawns? No. I thought I saw something about that, but now that I see this... Maybe this second line has been switching up a little bit, but... I thought they posted something about it being placed around here, so then the T's would get less room. But now they've actually, apparently they've switched that back. Maybe I've missed the patch note. Even though, obviously, with all the movement still here, of course, timings might be different. So you're still trying to work your way around and get comfortable. Let's see how the other match have finished. I saw from the gate that Sinners has won 2-1. Monty has also been able to win their matchup versus Pari Vision, winning it 2-0. Forza and Bait are slowly but surely going into a third mapper. Both maps going into overtime. So that was originally the matchup that we were going to be streaming for today. ESL B picked it up, so we weren't allowed to get involved into it. As two English streams colliding is not something the ESL want. With good reason. Hey, don't get me wrong. With very good reason. Because that makes a lot of sense. It makes no sense to have two English streams on it. With an ESL cast and a normal cast. Only thing that matters on is when you're doing a watch party or something. But hey, that's only something that Onepixel is allowed to do. Because he is partnered with everybody. And now we are still trying to wrap it up, of course. Here in this game. So we've currently seen Apex getting a win. Sinners getting a win 2-1 against Sprout. And Monty winning 2 over Pari Vision. With still that third mapper starting for Bait versus Forza. Players down to low health to start things off. I think he's 1 HP here. Boros is 1 HP. And a player down to 50. Aside from Falcons. Perfectly on the dot as well for MHL. Oh, what a shot from Boros. How does he do it again? I can't believe it. 1 HP. And just runs his way through. Vert controls Ren. Fuzzle tries. Fails to do so. Vert still got the opener, of course, earlier. And has the bomb now, but also 7 bullets and a player running in. Fuzzle already falling. And now Vert, they're going the same faith. Trunic himself, so trying to recover. He's up there for space to get. He gets one. He tries to spray for the second. It's done. 1v2 clutch for Trunic to pick it up. And that's a way to close it out, if you ask me. 13-6 with Team Space. Taking another victory here on the CT side. And another victory in the ESL Challenger. Beginning the season with a W. And a reverse sweep against Falcons. What an impressive game we've seen from them. And this is all she wrote, of course, for today as well. Dropping it back to me real quick. Reverse sweep, as we said. This was my prediction, to be honest. I said Falcons are going to win the first. And then we're going to Mirage and Vertigo. Or Mirage and Vertigo. Mirage and Ancient, which are 2 maps aside from Space, is favoring on. So I kind of predicted it from the start. I mean, there we go. I mean, that's a caster curse sometime not coming in, which is actually nice for a change. Because usually caster curse is a pain for us casters. But hey, something that I didn't really see coming after such an impressive start on Mirage for the side from Falcons. Team Space making a comeback there. And then going into Ancient and keeping that momentum for a long, long time. In the end, I think Falcons could have still gotten a little bit more. They could have won Mirage, first off. But also, on a map like Ancient, you saw that T side slowly starting to get things rolling. If they did that a little bit earlier, maybe there would have been a go on that CT side as well. But for now, that means the stream will come to an end. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this new project. Of course, I'm talking about it for quite some time, but we're here. CSTV _ing, but CSTV to broadcast all your matches that are not streamed by English streams usually. And that we're going to do much more in the future of. ESL Challenger is just about to start, so there is way more up in the air coming in the future. Maybe we might be back tonight with some Renee games. That's still up in the air. Dugate will definitely be informing you guys if he's able to do it and if he will do it in the end. Otherwise, we'll just be back somewhere next week or maybe later in this weekend with some more matches here on the CSTV channel. But for now, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I wish you guys the best on the rest of your night and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.